Hello, welcome to the channel. It's me, Chris Brooks. I hope everyone's keeping well. So I've got a question, and it's a simple question, but I think it comes with a lot of baggage. And that question is, whose land is this? They keep telling us it's a conspiracy theory, this idea that something deliberate is happening. The Kalergi Plan, the Great Replacement Plan, they laugh it off. They call it paranoia, a far-right fantasy. But when policies and statistics and lived-in reality start aligning, is it still just a theory? Now hear me out. We've had low birth rates since the 60s, generation after generation shrinking in numbers, and while this is happening, legal and illegal immigration is skyrocketing. We're told that this is needed and that this is good, that it's diverse. But who benefits from it really? Is it the people who live here or the people who profit from erasing what used to be? Look at our culture. Of what's left of it. Being English is now something to apologise for. Our traditions, they are toned down, trimmed, or outright scrapped. Try celebrating St George's Day publicly. Try flying the national flag without being looked at sideways. Meanwhile, other cultural traditions, ones recently imported, are given full voice, full funding and full stage. Why is only one group told to assimilate by stepping aside? This isn't about skin colour, this isn't about hate. It's about asking what happens when a nation's identity is diluted, dismissed and eventually dissolved. Who gave permission for that to happen? We're told it's natural, that migration is all part of history, but there's a big difference between natural cultural exchange and engineered demographic shifts. When politicians talk openly about changing the face of Europe, when global institutions push open border policies, whilst telling the native people to stop reproducing because of climate change, you then have to stop and wonder, what is really going on? And then there's the silence, the censorship. You try discussing this out in the public and you're soon shouted down, fired and labelled. You're told you're hateful just for pointing this out. That's not how free societies are supposed to work, but maybe freedom itself is now conditional. In the last few years, something has accelerated. Birth rates are drastically low and falling, and death rates across the Western world is skyrocketing. But nobody seems to be that bothered investigating why. It's as if we're being asked to disappear quietly. No resistance, no mourning. You can feel it. Well, I can feel it. Not just in the numbers, but in the air. Something being lost. A shared identity. A history. A story we used to tell ourselves about who we were, what we stood for, and now, even asking to keep those stories alive is deemed offensive. But why shouldn't we ask? Why shouldn't we speak? This isn't about nostalgia, this is about continuity. It's about people being allowed to exist without apology. It's about a culture having the same right to preservation as any other. If it's okay to fight about a rainforest, or a rare bird, or a dying dialect, why is it wrong to care about our own cultural survival? So again I ask, who decides who we are? Who benefits from turning us into strangers in our own land? And most importantly, whose land is this? Let me know what you think in the comments. Look after yourselves, take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.